Jay Sri Radheshyam and welcome back. Bhagavad Gita Jayanti, Bhagavad Gita chapter 4. In the previous episode we studied 2 and 3 chapters that are full of wisdom, and in this episode then we will see a little bit more about the most important text ever created, exposed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. No another text of spirituality or another prophet, but directly God himself spoke these 700 shlokas, verses. Some say that these are 701, but we will count only 700 verses of supreme knowledge. The Bhagavad Gita Chapter 4, verse 1 reads, The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna said, I taught this eternal science of yoga to the Sun God Vivasvan, who passed it on to Manu, and Manu in turn instructed to 𝐤𝐥𝐸𝐿. 4.2 O subduer of enemies, the saintly kings thus received this science of yoga in a continuous tradition, but with the long passage of time, it was lost to the world. 4.3 The same ancient knowledge of yoga, which is the supreme secret, I am today revealing unto you, because you are my friend as well as my devotee. Who can understand this transcendental wisdom? 4.4 Arjuna said, You were born much after Vivasvan. How I am to understand that in the beginning you instruct this science to him? 4.5 The Supreme Lord said, Both you and I had many births, and, O Arjuna, you have forgotten them while I remember them all, O Parantapa. Gita 4.6 Although I am unborn, the Lord of all living entities, and have an imperishable nature, yet I appear in this world by virtue of 𝐿𝐿𝐴, my divine power. Here, Krishna is explaining that he appears in this world by virtue of 𝐿𝐴, who is his divine power. 𝐿𝐴 is the spiritual reality or the esoterical reality of Durga Ma. So Durga Ma is directly connected with all that we are studying. Actually, there is nothing that is outside Durga Ma. Durga has two manifestations. One is Mahamaya, Prakriti, the external world, material world, and 𝐿𝐴. 𝐿𝐴 is all what is related to the world of reality, where Bhagavan Krishna lives and his associate. All this is set up by 𝐿𝐴. So Krishna appeared in this world by 𝐿𝐴 in itself. So we must to show our respect also to 𝐿𝐴, to Durga Ma. Durga is the divinity, feminine divinity of divinity on this material world, but she, at the same time, her spiritual manifestation is 𝐿𝐴. Point 7. Whenever there is a decline in the righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth. 8. To protect the righteous, to annihilate the wicked, and to reestablish the principle of Dharma, I appear on this earth, age after age. 9. Those who understand the divine nature of my birth and activities, O Arjuna, upon leaving the body, do not take birth again, but come to my eternal abode. When Krishna is saying eternal abode, is he speaking about Brahman? Here we can see. Janma is to birth. Janma karma cha me divyam evam jo veti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti sorjuna. So here Krishna is saying, the ones who understand me, my birth, what is my duty, why I am here, then they will not get birth again and they will come to me. Actually, it doesn't read about at all, and this is not Swami Bhaktivedanta translation, but to him. Here the word mam means to me. Comes mam eti. Mam eti. Here comes to me. Mam eti. Mam eti. Come to me. He will come to me. Later on, Krishna will say, Mamekam Saranam Braja. Sarvadam Paritya Mamekam Saranam Braja. That he will come to me, to Braj. He said to Braj. Braj is another name for Vrindavan. Braj. He said, comes to me, Mam eti. He will come to me. Not my about, especially like mentioning like some kind of planet, but to me. So in this way, Krishna very expertly, like an expert, well, it's Krishna, it's God himself, he's saying to me, because a monistic yogi will understand that he is going to Brahman, to fuse his soul with the super soul in Brahman. He will be one with Brahman, he will come to me. But in the same way, Krishna, very intelligent, says, come to me. Because for a bhakti yogi, we understand that we will go to his abode, to his planet, to say. So, this planet for bhakti yogis is not only Nitya Lila Vrindavan, how many of you will think, but Nitya Lila Vrindavan is one of the abode that we can get, but it's not the only one. Indeed, as Bhagavan Krishna is infinite, there are infinite planets. And some will say that we can divide the planets of Bhagavan for Vaikuntha, Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan and Radha Krishna, different planets, and that's it. But actually also there are different about for Krishna. Which Krishna are you worshipping is the about that you are pointing to as your destination. So if you are worshipping Krishna, who is the supreme God, Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan, and you are worshipping at the same time to Nisinga, worshipping this and that, different dasavatars, and this is your worshipping, this is your mind, then you will end up in the area where all this is happening and all these dasavatars exist, like the origin of all the dasavatar, and we call it Vishnu avatar, the dasavatar of Vishnu. Right? So if that is your worshipping, then you will get into Vaikuntha. Because the worshipping of Krishna is exclusive. The higher top worshipping of Krishna is exclusive. Radharani is not worshipping Krishna, seeing in him to Nisinga or to Ram or to Parasuram or nobody. Radha see Krishna as Krishna, Shyam, Gopinath, Raman, right? So we must be very careful with our practice and what practice are we doing. And this basically is given by Guru. Our Guru is doing a practice. He has some kind of bhav, a special bhav that we must to study. Which bhav this Guru has, and is this what I want to achieve in my life? Because he will help you out to get this bhav. So which bhav are you pursuing? Which bhav are you looking for? This is extremely important. Because Krishna said, then you will come to me. But where you will go? Understand that Krishna is not like a material person, that a person said, come to my house, and he has one house where he lives. Or maybe have different house, but come to me means you will go where he is actually in that moment. Yes? But Krishna is infinite. So Krishna is infinite. You can go end up in a 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Krishna also is his murti, his vigraha. So you can end up in a planet where it's a vigraha of Krishna, but it's not Krishna manifest as Krishna, moving, dancing, talking, playing flute, everything. Yeah. So that is important to keep in mind. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. We will continue. So you will go to his eternal abode, 4.9. 4.10, being free from attachment, fear, and anger, becoming fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me. Many persons in the past become purified by knowledge of me and thus attaining my divine love. 11. In whatever way people surrender unto me, I reciprocate accordingly. Everyone follows my path, knowingly or unknowingly, O son of Pritha. 12. In this world, those desiring success in material activities worship the celestial God, since material rewards manifest quickly. 13. The four categories of occupation were created by me according to people's qualities and activities. Although I am the creator of this system, know me to be the non-doer and eternal. Krishna is declaring here that even he is God, he is not in interaction with the material nature and doing the things. For that are the devatas. 44. 13. And this is extremely important because many people who are still in a Aishvarya point of view, think that Krishna or God will be punishing you or something less, something like this, but it's not true. Krishna is never punishing you. It's the karma who is managed by other divine entities, the demigods or the devatas. So Krishna says very clear here, I am not the doer and I am eternal. 14. Activities do not taint me. Do not I desire the fruit of action. One who knows me in this way is never bound by the karmic reaction of the work. 15. Knowing this truth, even seekers of liberation in ancient times performed actions. Therefore, following the footstep of those ancient sages, you too should perform your duty. 16. What is action and what is inaction? Even the wise are confused in determining this. Now I shall explain to you the secret of action, by knowing which you may free yourself from material bondage. 17. You must understand the nature of all three, recommended action, wrong action, and inaction. The truth about this is profound and difficult to understand. 18. Those who see action in inaction and inaction in action are truly wise amongst humans. Although performing all kinds of actions, they are yogis and masters of all their actions. The enlightened sages call those persons wise, who every action is free from the desire for material pleasure and who have burned the reactions of work in the fire of divine knowledge. 20. Such people, having given up attachment to the fruit of their actions, are always satisfied and not dependent on external things. Despite engaging in activities, they don't do anything at all. 21. Free from expectations and the sense of ownership, with the mind and intellect fully controlled, they incur no sin even though performing actions by their body. 22. Content with whatever gain comes of its own accord and free from envy, they are beyond the dualities of life, being equiposed in success and failure. They are not bound by their actions, even while performing all kinds of activities. 23. They are released from the bondage of material attachment and their intellect is established in divine knowledge. Since they perform all actions as a sacrifice to God, they are freed from all karmic reaction. Important verse here in Karma Yoga, chapter 4. Since they perform all actions as a sacrifice, yajna, to God, they are freed from all karmic reactions. They are free from all karmic reactions since all the actions are performed as a yajna. Everything is for Krishna. Then I don't own any karma. But of course you cannot do bad things offering to God, so you will not get karma. That is aparada, is an offense. And the aparada then is very severe karma, very strong karma, Aparada, for example, in Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas number 8, verse 450, 19, Hari Bhakti Vilas said, intoxicants such as marijuana, ganja, opium, and other intoxicants are totally prohibited for Vaishnavas. Who wrote this? Sanatana Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Then this is Pramana, this is true, this is the law for all Vaishnava and Gaudiya Vaishnava, mainly because Gopal Bhatta and Sanatana Goswami are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And before that, in the 449, 8 Vilas, Hari Bhakti Vilas reads, the ones who do these activities will burn in hell forever. Very powerful, yeah, to say something like this. But they say it's growth there. So we must avoid all the negative activities and to offer everything as a yajna. But to offer yajna to God, God also give the prescription of how and what we can offer and what we cannot offer. Intoxicant we cannot offer to God. Krishna don't accept that. And to offer something like that is offensive. It's like somebody is coming and offer me a piece of meat, an animal, no? Cow meat or any animal in a plate and offer me this, I will feel offended. So Krishna also has his rules and he explained in the Modes of Nature chapter in Bhagavad Gita, and also is explained by Sanatana Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas. What Krishna like, what Krishna don't like, what you can offer to Krishna, what you cannot offer to Krishna. So everything you can offer in sacrifice yajna to God in order to clean up karma and to do your duty, but you must know what to do. So that's why you must study Shastra. 24. For those who are completely absorbed in God consciousness, the oblation is Brahman. The ladle with which it is offered is Brahman. The act of offering is Brahman. And the sacrificial fire is also Brahman. Such person who view everything as God easily attain him. Everything is Brahman. Absolutely everything is Brahman. And here I'm not speaking from a monistic point of view. I'm speaking about Bhagavad Gita point of view, Srimad Bhagavatam, Aham Brahmasmi point of view. Everything is Brahman. I don't have a body. I am not born. I will not die. I don't have died. I never been born. I never will die in my life because my life is eternal. I am eternal. I am Sat Chit Ananda. I am soul, spiritual soul, eternal soul. I am I soul. Yo soy alma. I am a spiritual soul, eternal. Everything is Brahman. There are no enemies. There are no friends. There is no family. There is not nothing exists far from Brahman. Everything is God Himself. Everything in front of me is God Himself. You are God Himself. I am God Himself. Everything is Brahman. But we don't accept Brahman from a monistic point of view. We accept Brahman in the point of view that everything is God. Everything is part of God. And we should serve everything. Friends and enemies, family and no family. We must serve animals, earth, sky, moon, sun. Everything we must offer to God. Offer. Everything that comes is for Himself. Him in Himself. Radha and Krishna, He in Himself. We offer everything. Everything is Brahman. Nothing is outside this supreme consciousness. Yes or not? "25. Some yogis worship the celestial gods with material offerings unto them. Others worship perfectly who offer the self as sacrifice in the fire of the supreme truth. 26. Others offer hearing and other senses in the sacrificial fire of restraint. Still others offer sound and other object of the senses as sacrifice in the fire of the senses." 27. Some inspired by knowledge offer the function of all their senses and their life energy in the fire of the control mind. For example, control mind. If you are attentively listening to this lecture, you are offering the senses in the fire of control mind because you are listening, watching, thinking, and your body is in one position because it's looking to the video, it's not going there and there. No, you are concentrated. So now all your senses, all yourself, material outside is all concentrate. And you are offering yourself in the fire of control mind. 28. Some offers their wealth as sacrifice, while others offer severe austerities as sacrifice. Some practice the eightfold path of yogic practice, and yet others study the scriptures and cultivate knowledge as sacrifice while observing strict vows. 30. Still, others offer as sacrifice the outgoing breath in the incoming breath, while some offer the incoming breath into the outgoing breath. Some arduously practice pranayama and restrain the incoming and outgoing breaths, purely absorbing the regulation of the life energy. Yet others curtail their food intake and offer the breath into the life energy as sacrifice. All these knowers of sacrifice are cleansed of the impurities as a result of such performance. Powerful, extreme powerful. Jai Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. I'm sorry for my voice. I am doing Nirjal Brat fully. Of course, no water, no food. In this Ekadasi, and offering to this Sri Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. That's why my voice is a little bit broken. 31. Those who know the secret of sacrifice and engaging in it partake of its remnant that are like nectar, advance toward the absolute truth, O best of the Kurus. Those who perform no sacrifice find no happiness either in this world or the next. For everything that you want to achieve in this world, you need to do a sacrifice. There is nothing that you can do in this world that does not need a sacrifice from you. If you want to be a doctor, you need 6 years of studying in the university, then 2 years of practice, and then you start being a doctor properly, that you can have your own customers. Everything is a sacrifice. Something so small and ephemeral as being a doctor. So for a spiritual goal, then the sacrifice is bigger, but you must do it. We must do it. We are doing actually. This sacrifice, this yajna of reading Bhagavad Gita also is yajna. We are offering our intellect and senses to the fire of the yajna for the pleasure of Krishna. Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe. 432. All these different kinds of sacrifice have been described in the Vedas. Know them as originating from different type of work. This understanding cuts the knots of material bondage. 33. O subduer of enemy, sacrifice performed in knowledge is superior to any mechanical material sacrifice. After all, O Partha, all sacrifice of work culminate in knowledge. 34. Learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from here with reverence and render service unto him. Such an enlightened saint can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. This is one of the maximum shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. 4.34. You must to inquire knowledge from somebody who has seen the truth. You cannot try or pretend to learn this philosophy just by reading the book. You must to study the book under the guidance of the one who knows the truth. Now, in this period of time, it's not always possible to have a guru who can teach you also the scriptures. It will be wonderful that it will happen, but normally it's not happening because, many of the reasons. One of them is because we're in a lack of bona fide gurus. So to find a guru first is the big thing. Second, a guru who has time to start teaching you the instructions and the scriptures. This is another thing, and it's also extremely difficult to find. But once you find something like that, you must understand that there are two kinds of guru, and that you must to respect as one guru. It's only one tattva. Guru tattva is only one. There are not many gurus. There are not many different philosophies. That is not true. There is only one philosophy, one guru. Guru is Krishna. To speak in general terms. Indeed, guru is Radharani. But, okay, guru is Krishna. And guru manifests himself in thousands, millions, billions, trillions, and infinite forms. And each forms will bring and carry up a slightly different message. When Shiva goes to the Patalas to take out the souls who are forever doomed to the hell, he preaches in such a way that the demons can, step by step, develop themselves. So first, they learn how to worship. They worship Shiva or a major demon in order to attain powers. And the powers are coming. So they get trust in worshiping, right? Doing yajna, etc. They trust these ceremonies, rituals, mantras. And step by step, Shiva will clean them up, clean them up, clean them up, clean them up, until they use the yagya for worshipping God. Use the mantras not for bringing bad energy, spells on somebody, or disfaming somebody. No, they are not using the word, the power of the tongue, the word, the sacred words. They are not using for doing damage for no one, black magic. They are using now to chant the names of the Lord, Harinam, right? So step by step, Guru is preparing all the doomed souls who are in a full avidya and ignorance. He is taking them out step by step, like a lotus flower who is emerging from the mud. On same way, you must understand that there are two kinds of gurus, all right? There is one is your Diksha Guru and your Shiksha Guru. Originally, and by text, they should be together and connected. But in this time of Kali Yuga, if we find a guru in each own or Diksha Guru, bona fide Diksha Guru, or bona fide Shiksha Guru, is a big blessing, because these times are totally different. Totally different. And you can read more about that in Sri Kalki Purana. In the first two chapters are speaking about the Brahmanas, gurus, and spiritual leaders of these times. And we can see in which period of time are we living. So we cannot demand that our Diksha Guru will be our Shiksha Guru. If that happens, it will be great, but normally it will not be like that. So you must find somebody who can teach you the text, the verses, who can teach you the philosophy as the philosophy is. We can say as it is, but as really is it, not as it is the translator to know, to tell you, but as really is it. So if you find this Shiksha, Shiksha means teacher, and Guru means teacher also. So don't be scared about the word Guru, that Guru must be somebody who fly, don't walk, fly, he never go to toilet, or don't speak any language more than Bengali. No. Shiksha is a teacher who know the science of God and practice, of course, the science of God. So he can teach you in a bona fide way information about Bhagavad Gita, for example, Srimad Bhagavatam, and the different texts that compose the collection of eternal Shastra of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, or any other line of Vaishnavism or spiritualism. But must be somebody bona fide. Bona fide means that he or she knows 100%. And 100% does not mean that knows all the verses and can repeat all the verses like a parrot. Quiki. No. But knows the meaning. This is the most important, because Veda is eternal. For then the Puranas are eternal. You will never know everything. You cannot know everything, right? But you can know the meaning. What is the point? So they can, the ones who see this, they can truly take you through all the chapters of Bhagavad Gita, explain the Srimad Bhagavatam, explain the different Sandarbhas. They can explain the Shastra, right? And the textbooks, holy textbooks, and they will lead you to the right path. How truly understand this. This is important. So a Shiksha Guru can be somebody who will not be your Diksha Guru, but will be bona fide. This is most important. Bona fide means that has knowledge of the real meaning of all the philosophy. This is the most important, to know what is the philosophy. That is the main problem with many intellectuals who go to read the Bhagavad Gita, and they may end up writing comments on Bhagavad Gita, but they don't understand anything on Bhagavad Gita. So because you need a Shiksha Guru who have been enlightened on this information. 35. Following this path and having achieved enlightenment from a Guru, it is saying this, O Arjun, you will no longer fall into delusion. In the light of that knowledge, you will see that all living beings are but part of the Supreme and are within me. Following this path and having achieved enlightenment from a guru, O Arjun, you will no longer fall into delusion. In the light of that knowledge, you will see that all living beings are but part of the Supreme and are within me. This is what I am exactly saying. There is nothing that is not God. Everything is God. Everything is God. So there is no friend, there is no enemy. Everything is God. Everything is God. 36. Even those who are considered the most immoral of all sinners can cross over this ocean of material existence by seating themselves in the boat of divine knowledge. There is it. 37. As a kindled fire reduces wood to ashes, O Arjun, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reactions from material activities. Right. 38. In this world, there is nothing as purifying as divine knowledge. One who has attained purity of mind through prolonged practice of yoga receives such knowledge within the heart in due course of time. 39. Those whose faith is deep and who have practiced controlling their mind and senses attain divine knowledge. Through such transcendental knowledge, they quickly attain everlasting supreme peace. 40. But persons who possess neither faith nor knowledge and who are of a doubting nature suffer a downfall. For the skeptical soul, there is no happiness either in this world or the next. 41. O Arjun, actions do not bind those who have renounced karma in the fire of yoga, whose doubt have been dispelled by knowledge and who are situated in knowledge of the self. 42. Therefore, with the sword of knowledge, cut asunder the doubts that have arisen in your heart. O son of Bharat, establish yourself in karma yoga. Arise, stand up, and take action. This is what Krishna said to us. Take action, based in the knowledge, in the perfect knowledge that is like a sword. Take action in the battlefield. Arise and take action. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jay Sri Gita Jayanti ki Jay. We will see again in the next episode 5 of Bhagavad Gita. Thanks very much for watching. Give like to this episode, subscribe and share in your social media. See you in the next. Bhajanitai Gauranga Radheshyam Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram